Hey there, I'm so happy that you stopped by today. It is after the election, and I know that there are many of us out here that are feeling anxious and depressed and frustrated and angry and sad and lost and just, not doing well emotionally and mentally. And we're kind of stuck up here in our mind, and it is limiting us from, being able to really function these past couple of days. And so I want to share a few things in this video that I hope will help you. And I have a really um, fun something that I want to share with you at the end of this video. So stick around so you make sure that you get to hear about that, because we could all use a little bit of fun, okay? So I want to share with you that everything that is going on up here, the fear, the anxiety, the stress, all those things that we're talking about, is contributing to this low grade chronic inflammation in our body that is releasing stress hormones, that is causing disease in our body, okay, and pain throughout our body. Anxiety causes pain in our body. Depression causes chronic fatigue and lethargy. I mean, there's so much that is happening within us that we need to find a better way, and especially now, because the world is demanding of us. This election is demanding of us that we show up differently for ourselves. No more, just staying comfortable and wanting to be safe and, just staying in our comfort zone. It's time now to do the things that we know that we need to do for our health, for our well-being, for our mental health, for our energy, so that we can then take that and share that and build community, inspire community, lead by example, because the world right now needs us at our best. Our environment, our planet needs us at our best. Everything that's out here that they're saying to do for the planet and all these things, clearly none of it's working. So the first thing I want to say is to show up differently for yourself. Start taking steps now toward that inner voice that's telling you to, have more fun, to do that stretching on the mat because your body hurts, to cooking and being more nourished in your body and mind. All of these things that it is asking of you to do that maybe you've ignored because you don't have time, or you don't know how to do it, or, oh, I don't, no, I just want to go to bed and watch TV. That's the old way. Okay, we need to do things differently now, because the definition of insanity is to keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So if we just go back to anxiety and stress and eating the food and sitting in front of the TV and tuning out and just wishing it away, and you want something better out here, then you need to contribute, because we're all a part of what's going on out here, all of us. The Trump voters, the Democrat voters, we are all a part of it. And so we need to show up differently for ourselves, so then that can trickle down to the people around us, and then that can trickle down and we can expand the love and the energy and the inspiration and the empowerment that is needed to outrun all this negativity and hate and anger and blame and victim mentality that's winning the race. And love is back here. Empowerment is back here. It's all back here. We need to catch up. And how we catch up is to come together. That's how we catch up. If we stay divided, then we're feeding into what the status quo even wants. They want us divided, because divided, we have no power. Okay, just like if we live in the past, we have no power. Our power is in the present moment, and our power is for tackling what's going on in our country and in this world is us coming together. Okay, now, and us healing ourselves. Like I said, we take care of ourselves, and then we start to grow from there, and we start to come together from that healthier place. Okay, and so, and what I want to say about the coming together, which is really important, because we're pointing a lot of fingers. These Trump voters, they're racist and homophobes. We're pointing our fingers, but we're doing the exact thing by pointing our fingers at everyone else and blaming everyone else that these Republicans do when it comes to blaming immigrants and gay people and trans people and all of these people for all of their problems. Well, we're doing the same exact thing. So if we don't want that, then we need to stop doing that. And anytime that we see ourselves pointing our fingers at these Trump voters, we need to catch ourselves, because I'll tell you something. What I've learned watching some videos with the Trump voters, and not the funny ones, the obvious ones where they're interviewing these Trump voters at these rallies and they're complete dum-dums, not those videos. Videos where they're honest expressions of what is going on in the minds of these people. Well, guess what? They're just like us. They're struggling, they're afraid, they can't feed their kids, they're standing in line at food banks, they're homeless, they're sleeping in their cars, okay? They are unhinged. So of course, they're gonna go over here to this man who is unhinged, angry, he's resentful, but so are so many other people. So they're gonna gravitate to that because he's speaking their language. Over here, when you have this, like, you know, I hate to say it, gaslighting, not really being honest about what's going on in the world, not addressing the real issues. Like I said, people are selling their blood, people are sleeping in their cars, kids are homeless. Okay, there is no middle class that you're speaking to over here. It's like it's 1990. This is not 1990. There is no middle class. Okay, those days are over. The poor are getting poorer and the rich are getting richer. And if you're going to speak over here to butterflies and sunshine and joy, joy, joy to a bunch of people in our society, probably, you know, all of them, working class people that are so frustrated and so sick and tired of the same thing over and over again, you're not going to get their attention. So this person over here who is, you know, speaking their language, even if it's not the perfect language, even if it's choppy, he doesn't know the language exactly, but, you know, he's coming close enough. So I'm going to go over here. And that's what we need to understand, why this man, like, basically chewed them up and spit them out. Okay, that's exactly what happened. Okay, that's what happened. There's a lot of denial here. Okay, and then there's us here, and then there's this one over here that is smart and calculating and was able to put two and two together and say, you know what, I'm going to speak to them exactly and tell them exactly what they want to hear. Okay, Marianne Williamson, who is a wonderful sound of reason as well, and you can listen to her on YouTube, says, you know, people will go for false hope better than they'll go for no hope. Let's get together. Let's put our little hats on. Let's heal. Let's flush it out. Let's, you know, journal it out. You're angry, start journaling it out. Start speaking into your phone, into the recorder. Get in your car. You want to scream? Get in your car and take a ride around the block and scream in your car. You want to cry? Cry. Because in Ayurveda, holding in natural urges is a causative factor for disease. So, and many of us, we won't get angry because we're like, especially women, you know, because we're supposed to have it all together and, like, you know, do it with a smile. Especially if you're a brown woman like me, you show any emotion, you're just like another angry black woman out here. Well, you know what? Anger is a stepping stone to get to healing. Okay, so don't repress it. Just find a way to exercise it and get it out of your body. Okay, out of your body. So, I wish I had that little spring from a pen. When I was going through my period of, like, enormous routines and practices for healing, and I was writing a letter and to someone in my family, and I was so angry that my pen broke, and it just broke apart and the spring popped out, and I saved that little spring because I was like, that was the most powerful experience I ever had. Not ever had, but, you know, in that moment it felt like it was just so powerful because I realized all of that anger that broke this pen was inside of me all this time. Let it out. Okay, if that's what your first thing, the first step is in this new world to heal yourself so we can come together better, not perfect, not even like, you know, kind of perfect, just moving forward in that process and having some compassion for these voters over here. Stop pointing your finger at everyone, the undecided voters, you know, you know, enough of it. It's not getting anyone anywhere. Everyone is on their path, and people did what they did because everyone out here, for the most part, is frustrated. Okay, so I do want to share that with you to help you, to give you some insight into ourselves and what I believe is needed right now for us to tackle these next 4 years. And, you know, we have the power, and we want our planet to heal. Well, then we have to heal. We have to heal. If we want this earth to blossom and bloom and renew and be invigorated, then we have to blossom and bloom and be renewed and invigorated as well. And if we can come together collectively, all that energy of unity, you know, strengthening those invisible divine cords that connect all of us, that are like all tattered now, they're broken, they're like, we need to start to heal these cords that connect us, and that is what's going to heal our planet. Those are the seeds that are going to be planted into our beautiful Mother Earth, that is going to help her heal. This is for all of us. All of us. I am not going to point my finger at anyone, and I am, you know, hoping that we can all share that value moving forward. Okay, so I hope that helps you. I hope that's something. It's a little tough love, but it's all love. Okay, it's all love. All right, so I'm creating a really fun event online the week before Thanksgiving. It's called Holiday Cook, and it's free, and you can sign up. There's a link below. Go ahead and sign up and come join me online and learn some really delicious plant-based meals that even your meat lovers and your family will love. And they're so easy to make, you guys. They're so easy, but they look really impressive, and they're just beautiful dishes. You can go ahead and check out the menu and all the details below. There's a link, and I hope you'll come by. Like I said, it's a free event, and you'll see all the details of how you can participate. You can either cook along with us. You can come and ask some holiday questions of, you know, some healthier options, or you might just want to watch and learn how to make some of these dishes. Whatever it is, go ahead and check that out so you can see all the ways that you can participate. And, you know, I hope that this video helps you, and just remember this race. You know, if you need a visual when you're feeling like, you know, think of even this race of you. Like, this is you staying the same, and this is you back here, and you just gotta catch up, and you gotta, that's it. And I know I make it sound like that's it. It's hard work at first, just like riding a bicycle, just like doing anything else. At first, you're gonna have a learning curve, okay? But then it just gets easier and easier, and you feel so much better. You feel better, you feel lighter, all that weight is off of you. The pain leaves your body, all right? Lots of love to all of you, and thank you so much for sticking around to watch this video.